we got some other calls, folks, and this next one's a spicy one too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's see if this is a call worth taking. We're gonna talk to Douglas, who's calling in from Canada. Douglas, you're live on Truth Wanted. What is happening?
I just want to tell you that Donald J. Trump was the best president you ever had. You were lucky to have him, and you guys made a mistake by replacing him. The guy you have now is a bozo.
Okay. Did you want to hear the host's opinion on your opinion? Like, what's your aim here?
Well, I'm just saying that your country is going down a dark spiral because you've chosen a leader who is godless, does not think before he acts, and doesn't have a spine. And he's in the pocket of the corporate Marxists.
So you didn't answer my question. Do you want to hear our opinions back? Like, where are we going with this?
Oh, let's have a discussion, shall we?
I don't know. What do you want this discussion to be? It sounds like you just don't like Donald Trump. Do you want us to say, I do like Donald Trump, or I don't like Donald Trump?
Like, he does like Donald Trump.
Well, yeah, sorry. He does. You're right. He does like Donald Trump. I mean, like, it's so okay. You don't like him, like, because our current president is spineless or whatever.
No. You misunderstand. I do like Donald Trump.
Right.
I want to hear.
Yes.
I want to hear you tell me that I'm wrong.
I don't know if that's even appropriate for this show, to be honest with you. One thing too is, as a nonprofit organization, we can't really talk about our opinions of presidential candidates. And I don't know if that applies to former, but like, you know, like you kind of get an idea of where we're all at on this. Like, I don't know. Where do you want to take this conversation, Douglas? Because
do you have any truth claims that we can examine?
Right.
Okay. All right. Forget about Trump. I want to ask you this one question. Actually, I have two questions I want to ask you. Number one.
Oh, Lord.
Pick your best one.
God,
yeah, best one, please.
Okay. If you do not believe in God, how do you think the world came into existence?
Oh, okay. Let's see. I guess I'll start with this one again. It depends on what you mean by world. If you're talking about the Earth, then we're talking about, you know, rocks that were flying around in space, and then eventually they kind of formed together because of gravity, and then that changed over time, and then eventually we got to us. If you're talking about the universe, then we're talking about the Big Bang Theory. That is the best explanation we have available for the earliest events of the universe. It doesn't tell what happened before the Big Bang, or even parts of the Big Bang itself, but it is our best scientific explanation for what we know about the world.
So you're telling me it's the Big Bang Theory? That's your best theory? That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, it's better than a God just made us one day, because based on the available evidence we have, we are definitely evolved creatures. We are definitely on an Earth that has changed over time, and we're definitely in a universe that's billions of years old.
And I mean, strictly, Douglas, I mean, Dan alluded to this, but the Big Bang Theory only addresses like the expansion of the universe after its, you know, air quotes, creation. We have no evidence that the universe was created per se, and we have no evidence that the universe was ever non-existent, right? All we know, the limit of our knowledge, is a couple of, I don't know, microseconds, nanoseconds maybe, after the, you know, like into the existence of the universe. Obviously, we can't, from our position within the universe, we can't examine anything outside of it. And all the things that go along with it, right? All of our methods are based on the constants that came into existence at the time of the Big Bang, which again describes the expansion of the universe and the coalescence of these laws.
Yep.
Okay, so I have another question. If the Big Bang is the theory of how the universe came to be, and there's no intelligent mind, what is the ultimate purpose of life, according to you?
Well, it's not necessarily the theory of how everything came to be. It depends on what you mean by that. You know, physicists would be able to better answer about what exactly the Big Bang is. I think we try to give our best explanation. But
I think I just specified that it's not about how the universe came to be.
Exactly. But as far as what our purpose is, I think that's a construct that humans have made up to feel better about ourselves. I don't think that exists in any objective sense, because if there is no God that has created us, if we are evolved beings, then there is no like teleological explanation for our existence outside of just we exist. We're just a fact of the universe, and some people that makes them uncomfortable. For the rest of us, we've learned to live with it and figure out what to do next. And sometimes that includes going on call-in shows, but other times it means loving your family and doing things that make you happy and just being a human. And that's the best we can ask for.
Okay, well, thank you for the good conversation. Good night.
Okay, well, thank you, Douglas. Well, that ended a little bit differently than I expected, but hey, we'll take it. Any thoughts on that call?
No, you nailed it. I mean, other than going back to like, what exactly does it mean to create a universe? The purpose question is like the only person that's ever asked me what a purpose is someone who's trying to sell a religion. So
Yeah.
like I'm convinced it's like one of those make up a disease to sell the cure kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've never liked the purpose question.
I agree with you. I knew a person growing up in church who had this amazing singing voice. And there was this elder in the church that always said, well, God gave you that voice so you can praise him. Like, that's the purpose of why he gave you that. And I always thought that was kind of a very narrow way of using that gift. Like, I'm pretty sure she could sing whatever she wants. Like, she's got quite a range. She could do any kind of music. It doesn't have to be worship music. I don't know if that's specifically why she has to do that, but different strokes for different folks, I guess.